It's an issue that when I was in the retail business, I didn't get it. But we get lulled into a 30-day world. I mean, we race in December. We go as hard as we can. We go through Christmas. Then we got between Christmas and New Year's. We bust our butt, and at the end of the month, we sell 14 units, and we take a big deep breath, and we start all over again, January 1st. And we race through January, and then February 1st comes, and we start all over, because that's the way the financial statement in a retail automobile store works. And the salespeople get lulled into this, well, we work in 30-day increments. We forget, because management forgets what you did in December. Management will forget what you did in January come February. That's just the way of the world. That's the way the financial statement works in a small business. As a commission salesperson, you can't work that way. Every one of those people you sold or talked to in December is important. Because here's the sad fact. Average new car in this country is $38,000. Average used vehicle is $21,000. So we're selling expensive pieces of machinery. But statistically speaking, what percentage of the people in Evansville, Indiana, who bought a car 1 year ago today remember their salesperson's name?
Not too many.
About 10%. 1 out of 10 remembers the salesperson's name. So guess what? If they're at a dinner party, or they're at church, or they're on the golf course, and somebody says, hey, I'm interested in buying a car, they might say, well, I had a good experience at Town & Country, but they're probably not going to be able to remember their salesperson's name. Because what are we taught to do? Well, the factory says you need to call them in 3 days, 7 days, for whatever the factory survey says. So we end up doing that. You should contact your customer 8, 9, 10, 12 times a year. Now, but I don't want to be a pest. You don't have to be a pest. Offer to be of service. Here's what the guy that sells 57 cars a month does. He calls them up and he goes, look, I get voicemail 80% of the time. He said, I leave the same message every time. Shatika, this is Steve, your car salesperson. No need in calling me back unless there's something I can do for you. Don't forget me. I'm Steve, your car salesman. He also does something else. When his customer works, which probably most of them do, he makes a note in the CRM as to what they do for a living, and he promises to send them referrals. So the call might go like this. Sparky, this is Steve from Town & Country. No need to call me back unless there's something I can do for you. I remember you're in sales. Don't worry, I remember what you sell. Anytime anybody's ever looking for something like that, I'm always going to send them to you. This is Steve. This is Steve, your car salesman. Have a great day.
They feel obligated to...
Well, not just obligated, they remember his name. Nobody forgets this guy.
Yeah.
I said, hey, do people ever say quit calling? He goes, all the time. They'll call me back, leave me a message. Hey, Tom, I'm never going to forget you. So he goes, I'll call them once every 2 months. He goes, I send half of them emails, half of them phone calls. The emails say exactly the same thing. Damon, this is Steve, your car salesman, Town & Country. No need to email me back. There's something I can do for you. I remember you're in sales. And running to anybody ever looking for anybody looking for what you sell, I'm always going to send them to you. Have a great day. This is Steve from Town & Country. So he has made himself the most popular car salesperson among lots and lots of people. This is brilliant stuff. I mean, I don't know that many people making $400 grand a year selling cars.
Me either, but I'm on that way.
I'm on that path.
Yes. Is this a fun job?
Yep.
Don't do that. It depends. It depends. It can be. Okay, do we take a lot of abuse?
Oh, yeah.
We take abuse from our managers, bless their hearts. We take abuse from consumers, bless their hearts. But you know what? If we're making a good living, it's worth it all. But if we're not making any money, it's a grind. You guys work evenings here?
Yeah.
Do we work Saturdays?
Yeah.
You guys don't work Sundays in Indiana, do you?
So
You're lucky.
yeah.
No, but I'd come up here though for an hour or two every Sunday.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's good.
That's traffic.
Again, most of the stores in Atlanta, they're 7-day-a-week stores. I think that sucks. Okay? But, look, we work holidays. We work nights. We work weekends. We get abused. We're not on big salaries. So this can be a blast. I mean, I got into this business by accident. I mean, I didn't mean to become a car salesman. Most people don't. Did you grow up wanting to be a car salesman?
No.
Me either. Did you?
No.
Damon? None of us did, but here we are. Okay? My parents were disgusted when I became a car salesman. I had a master's degree. And I was only going to do it for 6 weeks. That's 41 years ago. Okay? But I got lucky. I went to work for a store that just beat the opportunity into me. I mean, it's a terrific business. It's not easy, and it's harder now than it's harder now than it's ever been to create.
Your first year is supposed to be the worst year.
No, that doesn't have to be. I mean, there's no rule in town and country that says you can't make 10 grand a month in your
No.
first month, is there?
No.
No, there's no rule here that you have to be around for X number of months. In most companies, you got a tenure. Your income is dependent upon how long you've been there.
Alright, so you're-
Not in commission sales. No, there's no limit to what you can make, but there's no floor either. Okay? But don't treat this like a 30-day a month or a 30-day, 30-day increments. Remember, every single month you're building. I mean, and again, if I keep hearing from you, here's another email from Shatika or another voice message from Shatika. You're not asking me for referrals. You're asking me how you can serve me, right? This guy that I'm talking about thinks asking a customer for a referral is rude and annoying and highly ineffective. And you know what? The son of a bitch is right. I've been doing this for a long time. I've taught, sit down with the customer at delivery and ask them for 5 names of people they might be. Nobody knows. It's a stupid concept that's been around for 100 years. It's never worked. But you know what? Offering people referrals does work because people never forget you. And again, I mean, I was at a dinner party one night. Pulled into the drive. It was a brand new $80,000 Lexus with a drive-out plate, so it couldn't have been more than. It had to at least be within 30 days. So I found the guy that bought it. I said, "Who'd you buy that from?" And he gave me the answer most people give me. He gave me the name of the store. I said, "I know where you bought it. It's got the emblem on the back. Who did you buy it from?"
Didn't remember.
Great guy. But here is how I would have had to ask for the fellow had I wanted to buy a car from him. I would have had to go into the store and say, "Hey, I need to talk to the short, fat, bald-headed guy." That's all he could remember. Couldn't remember his name. Hadn't had the car 30 days.
Didn't leave a lasting impression on it.
Yeah, he should have already followed up with him twice by then.
Two, three, at least by
At
then.
least two times.
Okay, I mean, there should have been a written follow-up. I mean, a written thank you note is very powerful because nobody does them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I carry them with me. I write written thank you notes. Emails, I mean, email is okay, but I started, handwritten note, it's gonna get read.
All I get in my mail is bills. So if I see anything that's handwritten, that's
Right,
the first thing I
you're
go
gonna
for.
watch it. So, yeah, so what would I do differently? In fact, I've got a list of 11 or 12 things that if you do it, you will be a success. If you want me to, I'll send them to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Don't be like everybody else. Don't be like the rest of the salesmen here. Don't be like the rest of the salesmen next door or down the street. Do it differently. Okay? You work for a good organization. I mean, Larry Oldham's, he's a good car man. Very good car man. And what I said this morning is the truth. He's spending money, $300 or $400 a car on Motor Trend Certified, and it's to provide you guys a great sales tool. Is to provide you guys a differentiator, something to set yourselves and your store and your vehicles apart from the competition. So you can make we're not gonna make a great big profit on these things, but we wanna make a profit.
Right, definitely.
Because until we make a profit, until the store makes a profit, they can't pay you guys. So, that's my take on the retail car business right now. It's not gonna get any easier, but smart people are gonna make a lot of money. Smart people like the Chevy dude there, like Courtney Moon. Those people are gonna make a lot of money because they're doing something different. Don't be like everybody else. Take your one-liners and turn them into videos. Okay? Make that your brand.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you got pizzazz about you. You're also smart as shit. I mean, you pick up on this stuff really fast. So do you. So do you. And again, you got an advantage over all of us because you're like pretty. We're not.
It's true.
But more importantly, you're trustworthy. That's way more important than looks. All right, anything else?
Appreciate your time.
No, I'm glad to be here. I'll be here for another couple hours if anything comes up. Okay?
Cars.
Payman, good to see you again. Sparky, good to meet you.
Well.